Hello everyone, my name is Linda Gunner. I am the CEO and founder of Linda's Perfection Creations. Linda's Perfection Creations is an event planning and a wedding decor company. We cater to small and large events in and around the Philadelphia area. We do full service, partial. We do custom events. We do planning and decor. We can do both together or do separate. We do destinations weddings. I pretty much meet my clients on the stage of the planning. So if you are doing a planning aspect, we can do that. If you want a decor aspect, you do that as well. I have over 10 plus years in the industry. I am a certified wedding planner and a certified florist. Um, so pretty much I've been in this business for a while. So I'm just gonna join into where I left yesterday. Yesterday was talking about what are things you need to know to plan a destination wedding. There's a lot of moving parts to it, and I just really wanted to take my time to break it down so that at least you know what stages you need to do and some of the things that you need to watch out for when you are planning the wedding. So where I stop on is hiring a pro, a wedding planner. Some of the benefit of finding a wedding planner is that they are specialized. You want to find somebody who is specialized in destination wedding. Not to say that other planners cannot do it, because I feel like once you have the knowledge of things that you need to know to plan a wedding, you you know can handle it. But it's a little easier with somebody who done destination wedding before, because they know all the moving parts and the things. Sometimes they may have already have connection in those places. But even if they don't, as any planner, you have any professional planner, we have our resources, our back of tricks. We have vendors that in ways of connecting with multiple vendors that they can give us a lot of assistance and give a help, and get a lot of information for us, you know faster. So it's like a group of network where just one email or one something, you have your email flooded and make it easier where, and you know what to watch out for, who are professional, who are not, versus if you're trying to do it yourself. So, and even if you a wedding planner is not in your budget, because as I stated yesterday, if you are hiring a wedding planner, you have to pay for the travel costs, the feeding, and taking care of that. And if they are bringing a staff, you are responsible to take care of that as well. So there's a lot of benefits with hiring a flower planner where can do all those things for you and just make your life easier. But then again, there's a life you do try to do it yourself. It's a lot of labor, like a lot of time. Sometimes when you're doing a full-time job, it's hard to get things done. But you can also work with the coordinator. Most destination weddings have wedding coordinator on site, where it can help you with certain things, and they do have people on board that can help you. It will be a little challenging because you have to do all the legwork, but if that's the route you choose to go, you can go that route. But I strongly recommend that you have somebody helping you, because you won't be able to do that. And then part of the thing is that you want to visit a place before. When you pick whatever you been there on vacation before, it's fine. If you've been at the other wedding before, that's okay. But you still need to go there and look at this venue as a future client, because you want to see staying there as a guest on vacation, actually doing your wedding there is totally different. You want to make sure those things that to finalize the detail, you want to make sure everything is possible. And then leading on to your wedding, you want to be there at least a week before your wedding to make sure, I'll say nothing less than 5 days, to make sure that everything is going right. You make sure you do your hair and makeup trial, make all those decisions before, your prior visit. So you definitely want to make a trip there to, make sure you do things. And on your first visit, when you go in there, whenever you decide to go, you want to make sure you meet with all the vendors, the photographer, the planner, the if you do choose to do the planner there, the florist. As I stated, you want to use local flowers, which will save you a lot of money instead of doing flowers that doesn't grow in that country. It will cost a little bit more. So you want to make sure you meet every single one of them on the first visit. So at least look over the contract, sign everything that you need to make sure everything is that. And you also want to plan for an additional event. So after the big days, maybe you and your guests want to enjoy some time, a relaxing time or something after that, because most of the time people coming, they're not just coming for your wedding. um, Not just one day trip. People might definitely have something a day, stay there the whole weekend, or maybe stay there a few days later or come earlier. You definitely you want to do maybe like a welcome party before the wedding, rehearsal dinner and things like that, just to let people know, make them comfortable and things like that. So you just don't want them to just go to the wedding, that's it, but you want to plan a celebration where through whether it's 3 days event or a week long event or just a couple of days, to have something to welcome your guests and make them feel things is that. Another thing, you want to have insurance. It's a foreign country, a lot of things happen, and any mistake can go wrong. Like here, we have access to getting things on demand. That is sometimes it's not easy to do in other country. So you want to make sure that you have insurance to cover you just in case anything go wrong with the policy, the procedures. Just make sure you are crystal clear on everything. Make sure everything is ready in the policy. Sign everything. Make sure that everything is there before you sign it. With the venue requirements. Make sure that your butt is covered. Sign the cross that T, dot I. Make sure that everything is there for you. So just in case of emergency, you are completely covered. You don't have to be responsible for anything, or there's no liability that will fall on you or anything like that. Just make sure you are 100% covered. And also, you have to be prepared for unexpected costs. Um, with a budget of that, like I said, anything can go wrong. Even here, um, in the prior video, what I talk about my budget, and I think at some point I will revisit that as well. You want to have miscellaneous funds laying around just in case something happen. Remember, you are going out of the country. You may not have access to run to your bank directly. You may not have access to do a lot of things. So you want to have enough money on the side just in case if something does go wrong, you'll be able to cover the costs. You'll be able to take care of it instead of like, oh my God, I can't do this, I can't do that. So always have that different money aside just in case you have to go to brunch, maybe some special luggage fee or travel fee, or maybe when you come in the airport, when you're traveling, just make sure you have yourself covered. So I can't tell you how much money to save extra, but I would say at least a couple thousand extra. Have it on that side just in case anything happened. Nothing medium under $1,000. But I would say have something aside, a pocket money just in case you need to do something. It's always good. Even when you go on a vacation, a regular vacation, you want to make sure you have something extra. So for your wedding, you want to make sure you have more than what you need. And the most important thing of all, not to say the other things is that you want to check the local marriage requirement. Every country is different, every law is different. You don't want to spend all this money and it just became just a big old party. You also want to check here with the county to make sure that they are aware that you're getting married, you get your marriage certificate, and also what are the laws from that other place that to make it easier. How will your domestic certificate cover? You want to make sure all of that is there. You don't want to go ahead and get married and in the end come back that your marriage is not legal. So you just had a bigger party, an expensive party. So you want to make sure what the laws are there. If you have to hire a fish and how does it works, you want, because every country is different, every paperwork is different. You want from birth certificates, the medical records, the letter of intent, your proof of residency. Educate yourself on every single thing what is required to get married into that country before you even decide to do anything. Check the laws and make sure you have everything before you even decide to plan a wedding, in a destination wedding. You want to make sure. Also, this is common knowledge. Wherever you go, and make sure you secure your passport and every document, because that's common given. You cannot go to other country that require a passport and you don't have that. So make sure your passport is up to date. If it's not, you can always do the emergency passport. They can fix that as long as you have a plane ticket sometime in the day. Before COVID, they do in a couple of hours, but I don't know what it's like now. You can go to a passport location where you set up an appointment and they can do an expedited passport for you if you need one in the case of emergency or something like that. But they definitely can take care of that for you. And you also want to have welcome bags for your guests. Same thing as here. When you have welcome guests, when people come into the hotel, something needs, and there's something thing for your guests to remind you. And once again, they are taking this long trip, they are going through this long process to you. You want to, encourage them and just say thank you. You can fill in one little knick-knack, local things from there. You enjoy the stay, a bottle of water, a snack, a map, you know, aspirin, Tylenol, because I don't know, but I'm just joking. It's the warm weather, sunscreen, it based on where you going, put sprayed and different things in there just to kind of because sometimes people forget things. So just something cute to make them think that you're thinking about them, little things. So but that is all for today. Tomorrow I will continue. As I said, I really wanted to take my time to go over this list because there's a lot that people don't think about when they're doing a wedding, and they don't realize that there's a lot of planning that go. People just think that, oh, because I'm doing a destination wedding, this is easy or this will be gone. But sometimes it's more complicated than you think. But thanks for watching, and you have an amazing day. Bye.